Alright guys, before I start I want to apologize for the difference in sound quality. I have a mask on because unfortunately my mother has contracted that one virus that I don't think I can mention on YouTube for fear of demonetization. But anyways, thankfully everybody else in the family is still staying healthy and not contracting the disease. I'm not even here most of the time, honestly, so not a huge deal for me. I'm just here to get stuff when I need it. But without further rambling, let's go ahead and open up this box. So, not much tape to this one. Oop, it's upside down. Oh, okay. Give me a little sticker, and there it is. Wow. Interesting. This is a FamilyGard model FG888C. FG888C. Now, I've actually been after one of these older FamilyGard models for quite some time now. I'm gonna take you guys down here so you can see the unit a little better. So yeah, you can see this is a very different design from the standard design of FamilyGard that we are most familiar with, which is this version. And now this version came out in, I want to say, probably like the late 80s, early 90s is when that design came out. This design is from, it goes all the way back to the 70s, the mid-70s. And if I go ahead and open up the cover here, you can see that the inside looks awfully familiar. As you can see, where have we seen that circuit board before? Right here in the SA76RC. Yes, took me a minute there for a second. Which is actually derived from the Model 79R, which I have right up there. And you just got a sneak peek at the new display wall, which I still haven't finished. But they just used a different cover and had the same circuit board. And of course you've seen my video on that one before. But this is the SA76RC that I most recently got from Enland with the dome button. And the earlier ones had tiered buttons. Now, you'll notice that this one actually has a white test button, which is unusual. And First Alert also had one with the white test button, as you can see right here, which was their model SA67. Now, I've only seen ones of these with the domed style button like that, the SA67. However, there are a few other FamilyGard versions that I've seen that actually have the tiered shaped button. So, like this one right here. It would look like that, but it would be white. Now, FamilyGard did make a version that had the clear button. It was model FG777C instead. There's a few collectors that have those. And now that I have this one, I think that's the one that I'm after next. Although I would like to have one of the ones with the tiered button. The ones with the clear button also came in both the domed and tiered design button with those style buttons. But the ones with the tiered buttons usually were earlier and oftentimes had the old style horn with the 3 slots instead of the 3 small holes. Now I mentioned before that this design was originated in the 70s, and the very first model of FamilyGard, the original FamilyGard model that they had, was actually a rebrand of the BRK 77R or First Alert SA76RS right here. So basically what it looked like, it was the same exact base. All the FamilyGard bases were like this. They were rectangular, so it's kind of like the round BRK base, but just like with this portion cut off. And that also allowed them to fit this circuit board on here. So basically the original FamilyGard was model FG777 with no suffix letter. And the cover was exactly the same, except there was no test button. the original ones didn't have a test button. So they had the same exact circuit board, but you see right there where the test button kind of like curls around there, it's actually, those are two separate pieces. So in the original one, this test button, this portion of the test button is not there, and just that little tab is there. Yeah, but other than that, it's the exact same thing. So that's the battery information. Now this one's PCB is slightly later, I think. It looks, actually, let me get my SA67. Yeah, this is the exact same PCB revision that my SA67 has, with the no LED under the test button and no sensitivity adjustment there, but there's traces where one would go. This one, as you can see, is that same way. Now, there are some that I've seen with the white button that do have an LED under there. I'm not sure why they did that. Now, another thing that I was interested to see is, would these covers be interchangeable? Because I know BRK themselves did use this rectangular base for some of their AC-powered models. They used it in the, actually for First Alert, for the SA769, they used it, and the tag, instead of being on the back, the label is on the side there. So, yeah, this base was made by BRK. So I'm going to try putting the cover from the SA67 on there, and it does fit. Now let's see what this one would look like with this one's cover on. If it'll fit. I don't want to break it. There we go. Yeah, that looks kind of odd. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay. Okay, that's the SA67 cover. All right. Now, I think these were actually the very latest models before they switched over to this design. So, yeah, it wasn't long after they stopped producing this model that the classic FamilyGard design that we're all familiar with today came out. So, I'm going to go ahead and get a battery here now. And I guess we'll go ahead and put it in and see if it works. So it's definitely going to go off when I put when I connect the battery. These always do. Okay. Cover. And let's give it an actual test now. In 3, 2, 1. It's got a pretty fast pulse to it, actually. Actually, I want to see, what does this one do? It's been a while since I've tested this one. Yeah, this one's just a little bit faster. Guess we'll take the cover off and test it without the cover now. Cool. I think it's also a little bit lower pitched than normal, which is interesting. Also, I'm just noticing this now, but those holes, maybe not. I was gonna say the holes on the horn looked a little bit bigger than normal, but maybe that's just an illusion. Now, also, one thing I noticed is that the cover, one of the tabs for the cover to latch on is broken off right there. Now, this same seller that sold this one to me actually had another one, a matching model FG888C, with the same white dome button. That was bought by another collector, actually. Actually, the same collector who I mentioned before in my the KF Industries video, who has that. But the one that he got was missing one of the battery clips was broken, so his should be coming pretty soon. Whoa. I don't think I showed you guys a really good view of the label on the back here. I wanted to check. The issue number is 14,448, so I'm not exactly sure when this one would fall in the timeline. This one is my 83R. Yeah, this is the one that I got along with the GE and the Fire X years ago that was painted. This one's issue number 35, 36,000 something. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this one is from around the mid 80s or so. I'm not entirely sure. It's a little bit yellowed because it was used, obviously, but still, I'm very happy to have one of these. I really do like the this rectangular design. It's a very cool design. So, oh, I don't think I even showed you guys the inside of the cover. There's text in here as well, but it's just the normal battery chirp indication information and everything. Oh, another thing I completely forgot. This rectangular base was also used on the travel alarm, the first alert SA79TA. That's what they used the rectangular base on. I thought I was missing something. Okay, so I think that's going to be about it for this video. So that is the unboxing and testing of the FamilyGard model FG888C. Yes, I got it right. Alright, so do one more test for you. Whoop, cover fell off. We'll do one more test for you. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and more to come.